Okay, guys. So part number 2 is resonance yoga. So this is a method of yoga I learned studying in Thailand. It's all about connecting with the different chakras and moving and radiating energy. And so for my journey into all of this healing work was I actually started out near this, and then I ended up falling into yoga, and through yoga I learned how to connect and move with energy, which led me here. So actually my presentation later is going to be really a lot on kind of my journey and how soul's journey works. But with the resonance yoga, it's pretty neat. It's all about how we can connect, feel, and find our connection with that energy. And so basically our chakras are these big vortexes of energy within us that radiate out, and we put our vibration out to the world. And so with this, we talk about how like attracts like with vibrational resonance. That you say a butterfly and a flower, two things of very high vibratory frequency, they attract to each other. You don't see a butterfly with poop. They're just on two different planes of energy. And so part of the resonance yoga is really about trying to raise our vibration and put ourselves out, vibration out into the world. And with that, Heart Math Institute has some really cool science on like compassion-based meditation and sending our energy out to the world and how it creates this really nice impact into it all. And so I don't know if anybody here or watching online knows much about the chakras, but there's 7 main chakras that we work with through the traditional Hindi system. But there's actually a 12 chakra system that I work with. And so we have the same 7 main ones, which I'll show you guys here. Jolene has that up now in her crystal bowls, and they each have an individual vibration to them. And so we're going to be able to get a little bit of extra vibration with our resonance with the crystal bowls, with Jolene's help there today. And so this method of yoga is referred to as Hatha. Ha being sun, Tha being moon, and it's a balancing of the solar and lunar energies. And so what we're going to begin with is just taking a moment just to connect with our energy. So sitting or however you want to sit is fine. And we're just going to bring our hands together. We have our 7 main chakras and then our extra ones outside the body. But we have minor chakras all through the body. And we have 2, one in each palm. And so if you rub them together, and just slowly start to bring your hands away and back and forth a little bit. You may have to try again. You might just start to feel a little bit of a magnetic energy. Yeah, so if you don't get it, you can try it again. Try it for a moment. And you can actually feel the magnetic of our energy. And we know our bodies are energy. EKGs and EEGs and all of our heart rate monitors, all of that stuff. We know we have these energetic fields around us. And so with how we can feel and connect with the energy. And so as we do this practice, what you may notice is things start to feel a little bit tingly as you move the energy, and it almost feels like that pins and needles of your limbs falling asleep, but not really. But it can get pretty intense, and you can feel some major vibrations within the body if you're more energetically attuned to it. And if you're not energetically attuned to it now, with practice, it comes. And so often with my resonance yoga, we spend 1 week on each chakra. And I would begin the class with a meditation of waking up and activating each of the chakras. And so what we're going to do today for our little mini practice is do the meditation through the 12 chakras, but put ourselves in a position that activates each chakra. So this method of yoga, our chakras are like antennas. You want to listen to a specific radio station, you tune the dial to get that one. Each of our chakras, our different yoga poses, puts us in a specific position in which we can channel energy to it in the most efficient way and help to activate and wake up that chakra. And so what we're going to do is move through the 12 chakra systems. And the meditation for each chakra kind of explains what that chakra is all about. So you get a little bit of an overview of each chakra, while we also practice that feeling and connecting with each chakra. So our first chakra is our root chakra at the base of the body, kind of at our perineal level. We're going to start with that one in forward fold. And so we're actually, before we even get into this, we're just going to take a moment to really focus on our grounding. And so just trying to feel ourselves rooted into the earth. If you think of a big oak tree with a really big, firm roots system, that the more grounded we are into the earth, the more stable we are. And with that, so we want to focus on trying moving our energy into the earth, feeling the earth energy moving up to us. In this lineage, we call it the telluric energy, the earth energy, coming back through the body. And then we can also connect with the energies from above coming in. And so there's what we call the microcosmic orbit, in which the earth energy, the rooted energy, comes up through the front of the body. The cosmic gateway energy comes down through the crown chakra, and it comes down the back of the spine. And we create this loop of energy from the root chakra to the 7th chakra through the body. So we're going to take a couple breaths just to focus on trying to bring that energy up the legs, up to the crown, the energy from above, down the crown, down the back, and just trying to loop it up the front of the body and down the back of the body. So if you're not very energetically aware, that's okay, just make it up. Just pretend. Maybe you feel it, maybe you can see it, like light. We all have different primary senses in which we can sense this stuff. I'm a feeler, I don't see things. Maybe you can smell it or hear it. We all have different ways. Maybe you just know that you got this energy moving. And so as we move into the root chakra, we're just going to keep our legs straight, just kind of activating our quads, lifting up to the kneecaps, strong and active. And we're just going to fold from the hips and drop our fingertips to the floor, or wherever they want to hang. So if you can touch the floor, great. If not, that's okay. And so from here, Muladhara, the root chakra. Thank you for my right to be here and to have, for my physical existence, for my material abundance, for my support, safety, and security. My foundation. We move into the 2nd chakra at the front of our pelvis, our sacral chakra, Svadhisthana. We're just going to bring our feet wider, turn our toes a little bit outward, your elbows to your knees. Maybe you can bring your elbows in between your knees into your heart, and we find Malasana, our squat position. So just trying to find whatever level of position you can work with. And the 2nd chakra here, thank you for my ability to feel and have pleasure, for self-gratification, for desire, for my ability to connect, feel, and explore the world, for my boundaries, for the balancing of my sensuality and sexuality. My boundaries. And we're going to sit down. So if you can do it from here, you can. If you have to find a different way to get to the floor, that's perfect. And we're going to come into our 3rd chakra. So depending on the lineage, sometimes we say it is at our navel, some say it's at the solar plexus. So anywhere in that general abdomen area is fine. And we're going to find our boat pose, Navasana. Grounding into the sit bones, lengthening that body tall. And as our 3rd chakra, Manipura, is all about our strength, stability, and control. This pose can be a little bit hard. Maybe you want to lift a foot or two. Maybe you want to come straight. So whatever level of boat pose you want to work with is perfect. So Manipura, thank you for my ability to act and be an individual, for my confidence, for my willpower, for my self-control, adaptability, autonomy, and warm personality. My power. And as we move to our 4th chakra at the heart, we have Anahata. And so we're going to come over to Anahatasana, the heart chakra pose. So we're going to swing over to our hands and knees. And with this one, we're going to walk our hands out to the front of our mats, extending ourselves into a big puppy stretch. Lift it bones to the sky, dropping our chest and chin to the ground. And you can either let your forehead rest, or you can try to look forward, pressing your chin down, just giving that body a nice big stretch. Thank you, Anahata, for my ability to love and be loved, for my compassion, for my connection, for my bliss, for self-acceptance and acceptance of others. My love. And we're going to just come back to the seat position again. As we move up to the throat chakra, really trying to activate the throat, we're going to come into part one of our twist. Have your right leg straight, so you can bring that left leg on top. And if you're a little bit more open, other bottom foot tucked underneath. But we're going to lengthen that body up, pull that knee into our opposite armpit. We're going to lengthen up and we're going to move into a twist, even trying to bring our chin across our shoulders and really trying to get that activation and opening through the throat here. So Vajrasana, thank you for my right to speak and to be heard, for my thoughts, for putting my thoughts into worded form, for my ability to have self-expression, for my ability to listen, and for my ability to transcend space and time. My communication. And we'll switch and do our twist the other way as we get into our third eye chakra, Ajna. So we often talk about third eye. Thank you for my ability to see, for my intuition, for my insight, for my imagination, for my self-reflection, my dreams and vision. My intuition. Then we're going to come up to the crown chakra. So as we move into the upper chakras, often we're moving into inversions to read that energy up. But one of our most gentle ones, it's kind of fun, is fish pose. And so this one, I find if we place our hands, I like to tuck the thumbs into the lower back a little bit so your hands can't slide away. We just drop onto our elbows like we're lounging on the beach. And from there, we're going to press our heart up and see if we bring the tops of our head closer to the floor. Really opening and stretching through the throat. We're trying to move and connect the energy through to the tops of our head. And so this is Sahasrara Chakra. Thank you for my ability to know and learn, for transcendence, for divinity, for my higher states of consciousness, for my immanence and self-knowledge. My spirituality. And so we're actually just going to lay ourselves down onto the mat. And for our 8th chakra, we're going to continue to move that energy to the top of the head. So if it works for you to plant into the heels and lift your hips up off the ground, pressing into the shoulder blades, and just a couple good breaths here with bridge pose. Our 8th chakra, the soul star. Thank you for my ability to uncover and heal and transcend the karmic wounds. Thank you for the lessons that help me to grow and learn. Thank you for allowing me to heal Earth and humanity along with myself. Thank you for my ancestral chi, my soul's journey. We're going to roll over and we're going to continue moving the energy to our head into a slight inversion with downward facing dog. So with this one, we can ground into our hands, spreading out the fingers, rooting in, tucking under the toes, trying to push the mat away from us as we pull our chin as close to our knees as we can, pressing back our sit bones, lengthening through that line. Maybe your knees stay bent, maybe you can lengthen them more. Whatever feels good, you want to move a bit with it, whatever level of position feels right for you. Or you could always stay on the knees and stretch into a child's pose if that's better. But the spirit chakra, 1.5 feet above our head, thank you for being the seat of my soul, for redirecting me back to my path, for my uniqueness, for my perspectives, for my ability to acknowledge and understand my soul's purpose, and for my ability to be of service to others. My truth. We're going to come up to our feet. So 10th pose. So this is rooting into the earth. At this pose, our 10th chakra is 1.5 feet below our feet, down into the earth. The Earth Star Chakra. Thank you for keeping me grounded and connected into the earth, for my connection to Mother Earth, for balancing out my masculine and feminine energies, my stillness. And then our 11th chakra is, our 9th chakra is 1.5 feet outside the body. Our 11th chakra comes out just beyond it, and it actually correlates to being our auric field, our aura. And so our body is full of figure 8 patterns. In our BodyTalk work, we work with receptacles, that our right shoulder needs to connect to our left hip and vice versa, that we're full of these figure 8 patterns that particularly work with our aura and our protective field of energy, the Wei Qi. And so what we're going to do for the 11th chakra is just actually draw some figure 8 patterns all the way around our body, above us, beside us, just whatever feels right, just drawing some figure 8s and just weaving in. So this is very much Dawn and Eden based stuff. So the auric field, thank you for my supernatural powers, my ability to transmit my spirit and love into the world, my ability to transmute my energy and peace and vibration to the world. Thank you for protection from negative energies and helping me to move into the unified cosmic field. My light body. And then our 12th chakra, the galactic chakra, way out beyond our auric field. We're just going to stand in Tadasana, bringing our hands to the sky, trying to keep our ribs stacked in line with our pelvis, our core stable, rooting firmly into the earth, rolling the shoulder blades back. And we don't want to be rigid. We want to keep our hands soft and just connect. Heaven rushing in pose as well, where we just connect to whatever divine spirit, God, universe, spirit, I've only referred to as Gus, that you find above you or around you, whatever you call it, just connecting to that energy and drawing it in through our hands, down through our bodies. Thank you for my divinity, for allowing me to be in union with all that is, for my oneness with the universe, for my ability to be detached from judgment, to be a neutral observer, to find my infinite and limitlessness, my ascension. You can bring the hands back and just take a minute for even just that brief moment of having those arms up. Do you feel any vibration, any tingling in those arms, that movement of energy? And so now we've kind of gone through all 12 chakras and created activation of it, we have some time to spend a little bit more time with a specific chakra. And in the current state of affairs, it feels right that we need to work with the heart chakra a little bit more and bring love and compassion into the world. And so we're actually going to come into Vajrasana. So if it doesn't work for you to just sit with your bum onto your heels, try to sit with your arches of your feet. You can feel free to grab a cushion and place a cushion between your legs. And there's actually a meditation bench there too that actually is for this. And so this is Vajrasana, a diamond pose. And this one is creating connection between the heart and the mind. So our intuitive and our heart connection together. So as we focus on really lengthening the spine, bringing the heart open, we can bring our hands to our hips. And just take a moment to close your eyes. And just breathe and connect. Just bringing your awareness to the heart center. Maybe you can feel some tingly energy sensations. I find the heart chakra often feels like a sunshine radiating down upon me. Everybody kind of experiences it differently. If you feel the connection with your heart, take a moment to move it up to your third eye, between your eyebrows, your forehead. See if you can connect to ajna, your intuition. And if you can find that one, maybe you can flip back and forth between the two. A little here, a little there. Maybe you can feel both together, creating that connection between heart and mind. And so the thing with resonance yoga, the longer we stay with the pose, the more we can connect and channel and create this union with the energy, the better. And the pose is meditation within itself. Learning to slow our mind, connect with our breath, connect with our body, connect with the vibrations and the energies within. And you might notice your feet start to feel tingly, and you're getting that energy sensation in those feet, into those legs, just encouraging that energy to rise up through the body, to the heart, to the mind, feeling the cosmic energy above us coming down. Seeing if we can keep that microcosmic orbit of energy up the front and down the back. Taking a minute to bring yourselves out of that one. So if you need a different position, feel free. If you need to tap with your feet or roll them out, stretch them out. Whatever you need is perfect. And we continue with the heart, coming down into Bhujangasana, our cobra pose. So from our tummies, our most gentle option with this one is to bring our elbows underneath our shoulders, planting through our hands, trying to press our chest and chin up like a snake ready to strike. If you have greater levels of spinal flexibility and you prefer to be in a more upright position, feel free to be in a more upright position. Just finding a position that you can stay with in a quiet, meditative place. So it doesn't need to be too physically demanding, but you're finding a little bit of a stretch. As we focus on pulling back the shoulder blades, opening the heart, opening the crown of the head to that cosmic energy, you can feel that energy move down into the body. So activation of Anahata, that love, ready to bring yourselves back. If you just want to slide the elbows wide and rest your forehead down to your hands, just find a nice neutral spine. So allow that body just to release there. And just taking a moment to check in and feel if you have any activation of your heart chakra. As our event today is about tapping into that innate knowledge within the body, that intuitive part of ourselves, that inner compass. We're going to finish off with another asana, another pose for the third eye, for Ajna Chakra. Standing, spinning fine, transition however you need. You need a nice little child's pose or a down dog. Stretch a little bit. Take your time to slowly bring yourself back up to your feet as you are ready. And so one of our fun poses is Gurudasana, or griffin pose, often called eagle pose, and that it is balance. And so working with our third eye, this one's quite neat. It's one we do with our eyes open, and we try to actually find a place, a drishti, a focal point to focus at with our third eye. So trying not to look at it with our physical eye, but our intuitive eye. And so if we just sink ourselves back into a little squat position, trying to drop our hips back. If we bring that right leg over top, maybe you want to keep little training toes. Maybe you can wrap the feet right around for you. And we're going to bring our arms up like big wings. We're going to bring that left arm underneath. And maybe you can just pull it in a little. You can reach around to grab your thumb with your first two fingers. We're going to try to push the arms out in front of us. So we drop the arms back. So whatever degree of wrapping works once, and it's tricky. And so just trying to find one spot out in front of you, maybe a foot or two in front of you on the floor, just to focus your gaze. And if we can slow our mind, slow our breath, find our focus from that internal vantage point of Ajna Chakra, the balancing gets to be much easier. Slowly unravel. Stretch those wings out. And we'll bring the other leg on top, that left leg on top. And we'll bring the right arm under the bum. Train toes as needed. And while we try to press those elbows up and press them away. Maybe you're trying to look at your thumb with your third eye. Maybe it's a spot out in front of you. Balance, concentration, all elements of the sixth chakra. And when you're ready to unravel that one away, we're going to take a brief little Shavasana, our corpse pose, to finish things off. We're going to bring ourselves down to our backs. Extend our feet outward. Allow the feet to roll out. Allow the shoulder blades to drop back and down. The hands to rest easily by the hips. And so as we settle in, to bring that body into a state of relaxation, connection, feeling and attuning with the energies we just moved. We're going to finish off with a brief little meditation, a compassion meditation. Since we've worked so much with our heart chakra in this little journey of connecting and drawing energy into our heart, we're going to spend a little bit of work of sending that energy out to the world, that resonance of energy And the HeartMath Institute research shows that this kind of meditation, heart-centered meditation, can actually create measurable impact in war-stricken areas, in areas where there's strife, that when they do these meditations, the stuff lets up, which is very amazing. So doing this together as a group is a great way to create healing to the whole of Earth and humanity. And so as we bring our awareness into the body, just trying to picture someone you love. Maybe it's a partner or a child or a pet that fills you with love and joy. Just taking a moment to feel the love that they fill you with. Feeling that connection with that heart energy we already worked at channeling in and amplifying. And we're going to take a big deep breath, feeling that energy concentrate within the body as we inhale in. As we exhale, pushing that energy to fill the entire body from the tips of the fingers to the tips of the toes. Just feeling every single cell of your body being amplified in that light of love, that compassion. Maybe you feel this energy like a light. Maybe you see it like a light. Maybe you just feel it. Maybe you just know it. We're going to continue that on. We're going to take a big breath in, draw that energy in, feel it concentrating within the body, and exhaling out to fill this room all the way through. Feeling that love from all the others in this space with us today. Giving that love, that compassion to all the beautiful plants in this space that you are in at home. And then we're going to do it again. As you're ready to draw the energy in, concentrate it in, on our exhale, we will do the entire city that you're in. Maybe you want to give your community a blessing. May you be free of fear. May you live in ease. And when you're ready to take your next big breath, we'll do the whole country that you are in. Exhaling it out as you are ready. Maybe you see it like a light coming out over the map. Maybe just feel that expansion from coast to coast, border to border, giving your love, your gratitude, your blessing to all within your country. And we're going to do one more time out to the entire earth. So as you're ready to inhale, draw that energy in. And exhale, covering the entire earth. Bring that love, that expansion out. Thank you for joining us.